All right, John Boy and I hit the ocean front and had a great day. 5 rings. I'm thinking gold and silver, but we're gonna have to test them. We gotta test every one of these rings just to see what they are, because one of them is marked 10K, but we're not sure. The other one looks like sterling silver, but I don't see a mark on it, so we gotta do a little testing on them. Over $8 and change in clad, which is pretty good. Lots of other little odds and ends, but let's go ahead and get started right now. I'm going to walk you through what we do to test everything when we find stuff we don't know what it is. Let's do it. All right, before we start testing, I'll walk you through everything we found today. People are starting to hit the beach. You see a lot of people down there. They're starting to lose stuff. As you can see, you could fill a 55-gallon drum through these things here. I guess they bring them for the kids and all, but you see them things all over the beach a lot of time. I did get a mermaid. Oh, it's back. Her head's backwards, but little mermaid right there. Maybe my granddaughter might like that. We'll save that for her. The normal trash. Not a lot of it. Couple tent stakes. Same with John Boy. Got several things. 1 bullet. Just little pieces of. Man, them things like that will give you a great sizzle because they're round. I'm going to have to test this right here. This could be, well, I don't know. It's probably iron because it's got rust on it right there. We'll check a magnet on that. Anyway, check out the clad. I did get $1 Sacagawea, I think. I got 1 foreign coin here. John Boy loaded up on the dimes. He wore me out on the dimes. He was wearing it out. We did get, like I say, 5 rings. We're going to show each one of those being tested. John Boy got this right here, which I don't see any markings on it, so I'm thinking it's like a Pandora, but I think it's a Pandora wannabe, because I don't see any markings on them that show that they're Pandora. There'll be 925 ALE for Pandora. I don't see that on anything so far. He did get 1 credit card. That he's got the information. He's going to get up with the people, try to get that back to him. One little man here. But let me get set up so we can test these rings right now. I'm going to show you how we go through that process. I'm going to go through all these rings and test them. The first one to test is this one right here. This is a chain ring. And to be honest with you, I did not get a hit on that with my detector. I saw it sitting on top of the ground. I said, oh, man. So I picked it up. Well, actually, before I picked it up with my detector, I did not get a hit on this. My detector would not read this. So when John Boy came over, he's got the Manicore. I put it on the ground and said, John Boy, what signal you get on that right there? He couldn't read it. We always talk about how hard it is to read chains, and that's why. I mean, I don't know, for some reason, these chains are hard to read. And this thing is not that light. You would think the Manicore or mine would read it, and it actually weighs 2.3 grams. I mean, a 2.3 gram, something else that's solid, you hear that all day long. Anyway, we're going to do a little quick test with this, with the acid test. First thing we got to do, that, you got a scratch pad where you want to get a scratch on here with the material, right? The gold is pretty soft, but look at this. It's hardly making a scratch on it. I can't even hardly get normally any kind of gold, you could scratch it and get a mark on it, no problem. And if you look close here, it's a silver versus a gold color. That's telling me right there that it's got probably stainless steel underneath, a gold-plated stainless steel. I tell you, we're not going any further with this one because it didn't come out gold. It come out silver, as you can see, which means it's not gold. So this one, I thought could be gold, is not gold. All right, so next one we're going to do is this one. And I'm thinking this is sterling silver. And I could not see a marking in it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to scratch test it. And I use a little scratch test method on sterling silver that a jeweler, good friend of mine's a jeweler, taught me. And we'll test it right now. Get a good mark on it right there. And what you do is you take 18 karat acid. And what happens when you put this on there, it should melt through it and then turn like a bluish color almost after it comes back. So let's see what happens here. First it'll go away. If it's silver, it'll come back. All right, and you see it coming back. If you look on that real close. See, it's got like a little, almost like a bluish color to it inside there. It ate away right at first, and then it comes back like a bluish color. That is sterling silver right there. That's definitely sterling silver. So we do have a sterling silver ring right here. So that is sterling. So let's clean that up right there. And let's go to the next one. This one, you can see the copper coming through on that. You know, something like that we won't even test. You see the corrosion there. We're not even going to waste our time on that one. We know that is a junker. This one you can't really tell. It's gold color. So what we're going to do, we're going to scratch test it. First thing you do is put a mark on here. But there's one thing you want to look at here. If you notice anything, it's more of a copper color than a gold color. So let's go ahead and do a test. This is 10 karat acid. If it's at least 10 karat, eat it. But you can look at it right now and see that is not a gold color. We'll put that across there. And you got to give it time to see if it's going to eat it. And this is, let's see what this one is here. 18. That should eat right through it. And it does right away. But if you look, even the 10K is already eat through it. So that is not gold 100% there. So we're going to put that up right now. We know that's not gold. This one did not meet the test right there. The next one is this one. And it's got 10K written on the inside. So what we need to do, clean this off first. And do a scratch test with this one. So let me see if I can get a spot on the edge here. We can get a good color. All right, let's see if we can get a good marking on it here. All right, that's got the gold color to it. So we should be good with that right there. Yep, you see that's got the gold here. Let's see. So first, we'll start off with 10K. See if it holds 10K. And it takes a little bit before you can determine if it is or not. All right, it's actually standing. You can see it right there. You can still see through it and see that scratch mark. This is, hey, let me try 14K. This is 14K. If it's at least 14K, this won't eat it. So let's do that. Instantly. I mean, instantly ate right through it right there. And it's marked 10K right on the inside. So we're calling that 10K right there. I like it. All y'all seen me show you this before. Take a magnet. This is a quick way to test things. Look at that. You know that's junk when a magnet sticks to it. It's steel. Look at that. Oh, it's sticking to almost every one of these things. So this is definitely a wannabe Pandora. But this isn't sticking this. That must be stainless, at least stainless steel right there. Because it's not sticking up, but all the charms are sticking to the magnet. So that's a junker. Now we could have tested these rings with the magnet first, which we probably should have done. Look at that. We didn't have to scratch test that one. And this is the one I told you I wasn't testing anyway, because I could tell it wasn't real. Of course, that one, sterling silver, does not pick up by a magnet. But look at that. I should have tested this one first before I tried to scratch test it. That's some kind of steel, stainless steel or steel. Probably steel, it's pretty strong. You could also do the testing with a magnet with your rings too to start with. Just want to kind of throw that in there and show you that little trick right there. Oh, there you see this thing has got 3 crosses on it on the front of it. It's pretty dirty looking. 10K. It has over 50% of other metals in it, so that's why 10K sometimes will corrode a little bit. But we're going to buff it out just a little bit like that while I was washing me right here. We're going to put a little shininess to it here. We're going to run this through here on this little buffing wheel here, and we're going to clean it up. Oh, yeah, she's buffing right out. This could be, it's a pretty old ring, so it could be 9 karat, 10, it's marked 10, but you know, back in the day, they probably get away with what they could get away with, you know what I mean? So, it may or may not be pure 10. Could be 11. Sometimes they mess up and maybe give a little more, but I just want to show y'all what this looks like after you just put a little bit of Y'all saw it before, so now look at it. Look at that. That is pretty. Now look at that. That is looking good. She's buffing right out. It was a good day. 5 rings, 1 gold, 1 silver, 3 junkers. We'll take it. Take 5 rings any day of the week. I hope y'all enjoyed coming along. I hope y'all enjoyed me showing you kind of what I'll go through a lot of times after I get a handful of rings, which you got to go through to test them, make sure they're real or not. So you do have a little bit of work after you go detecting to test everything. Like I said, over $8 in clearing, which is good. I like it. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap up today. I appreciate everybody coming along with us. Hope y'all enjoy getting at it. It's a nice day. Sunshine, looking good. More and more depositors are showing up at the beach. So we're going to be seeing more and more. All right, thanks for coming along. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you tomorrow on another adventure. Stay tuned.